This is the Parkway Sidewalk, and this really isn't yours. It belongs to the city, municipality, as does the Parkway. This is for services and that kind of thing. But it is your yard. I mean, that's the way you think about it. And what we have here is a little spalling. See, the nice smooth finish from the concrete is washed out, leaving an exposed aggregate. That doesn't really hurt the surface. Here's a really ugly example at your neighbor's house. Alright, you can still drive over it, you can still walk over it. It's an aesthetic issue that will not get better and will continue to wear. You know, it's just kind of a judgment call. At one time, somebody had decided, because it's kind of cracked right in here, one time somebody decided to replace this one. So we have that. But that's not why we're here. It's a water meter test. In the Parkway, between the Parkway Sidewalk and the curb, we have our water meter. Now this is an electronic water meter, so it's very hard for a home inspector to make a determination to ascertain whether there's a freshwater leak going into the house using electronic equipment. I do know that I took a still image earlier. It has that 39 right there. It'll come back. 39 again. To the best of my knowledge, this is not leaking. Now right here you have a valve. Okay, a valve right there. Parallel is on and perpendicular is off. You might want to remember that. That's not your valve. It's not your valve to use. Okay, that belongs to the municipality. It belongs to the vendor. It belongs to the water company. Alright? But in an emergency, you might need to turn the water off, and that might be the way that you do it. And I'll explain that to you here real quick. Up here and these holly bushes, which offers a certain amount of security, people getting in, a large amount of hindrance if it's fire department getting in, a large amount of hindrance if you're trying to escape. But if it's just, you know, keeping your kids in or burglars out. This is the, right in here, see those little hooks over there? Those little hooks right over there? That is your main water shutoff valve. Those are old school. If you try to turn your water off using these valves, you're going to end up going back over to the meter and turning the water off. You're going to go inside the house and fix the problem that you had. And then you're going to come out here and you're going to dig these up. Because these have failed on you, that's why you had to go out to the meter. And you're going to be digging these up and then replacing them, which they should be dug up and replaced. You know, one way or another, they're going to get dug up and replaced. But if you don't mess with them, you might be able to keep them a little longer. That's all I'm saying. Is you might want to rely on that one instead of these until it comes time that you decide that you want to replace it. We're looking for between 40 and 80 psi. Okay. Pounds per square inches of water pressure. We're talking about water pressure, not water flow. Water pressure. So we've turned the water on here. What do we got? We've got like 79 psi, right at the top of the scale, but not over. Not over. Now, and I'm going to leave it there for a few minutes, and we'll talk about this. This valve is supported, which is good. This piping should be insulated, and we do not have a vacuum breaker for potable water. I mean, to keep, you know, water pressure from going backwards into your potable, to your drinking water. So let's go back over here. We've waited a couple minutes, and yep, we're still looking at 79 psi. So that's that.